Hello everyone, welcome to another series of today's GK. Let's begin with previous day's practice question. Question was, with reference to national policy on tribals, consider the following statements. 1. Free land is to be provided for social and religious congregations. 2. Reservation benefits enjoyed at the original settlement shall be continued at the resettlement area. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, or neither 1 nor 2. The correct answer is option C, both 1 and 2. For the first time after the country became independent, the Government of India is proposing the formulation of a national policy on scheduled tribes. The policy seeks to bring scheduled tribes into the mainstream of society through a multi-pronged approach for their all-round development without disturbing their distinct culture. The national policy mandates that the following guidelines be followed when tribals are resettled. When displacement becomes inevitable, each scheduled tribe family having land in the earlier settlement shall be given land against land. A minimum of 2 hectares of cultivable land is considered necessary and viable for a family comprising man, his wife, and unmarried children. Tribal families having fishing rights in their original habitat shall be granted fishing rights in the new reservoir or at any other alternative place. Reservation benefits enjoyed at the original settlement shall be continued at the resettlement area. Hence, statement 2 is correct. Additional financial assistance equivalent to nearly 1.5 years minimum agricultural wages for loss of customary rights and usufructuary rights for forest produce shall be given. Tribals are to be resettled close to their natural habitat by treating all the people so displaced as one group to let them retain their ethnic, linguistic, and socio-cultural identity and the network of kinship and mutual obligations. Free land is to be provided for social and religious congregations. Hence, statement 1 is correct. Therefore, option C is correct. Now, let's begin today's session. First question is, the word Al-Qadir Trust case was recently in news. This word is related to which of the following countries? Saudi Arabia, Iran, Pakistan, or Qatar? The correct answer is option C, Pakistan. Recently, former Pakistan Prime Minister Imran Khan has been arrested in the Al-Qadir Trust case. In this case, Imran Khan and his wife have been accused of accepting Rs 5 billion and hundreds of canals of land from a real estate company in exchange for protecting the firm in a money laundering case. It is said that the land was given to the former PM in the form of a donation to a non-profit organization, Al-Qadir Trust, to set up a university. Notably, the organization had only 2 trustees, Imran and his wife, Bushra Bibi. The allegation is that the settlement between the firm and the PTI government, led by Imran Khan, caused a loss of £190 million to the national exchequer. Therefore, option C is the correct answer. Next question is, consider the following statements about Enforcement Directorate or ED. 1. It is mandated with investigation of economic crimes and violations of foreign exchange laws. 2. It functions under the administrative control of Ministry of Home Affairs. Which of the above given statement or statements is or are correct? 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, or neither 1 nor 2. The correct answer is option A, 1 only. Recently, the Supreme Court said it might revisit its 2021 ruling where it ruled that the tenure of a superannuated officer may be extended only in exceptional circumstances. The 2021 case was related with the appointment of Sanjay Kumar Mishra, Director of the Enforcement Directorate. The Directorate of Enforcement, or the ED, is a multidisciplinary organization mandated with investigation of economic crimes and violations of foreign exchange laws. Hence, statement 1 is correct. It functions under the overall administrative control of Ministry of Finance. Hence, statement 2 is not correct. Therefore, option A is the correct answer. Next question is, which of the following towns was not a center of the revolt of 1857? Ayodhya, Agra, Delhi, Kanpur. The correct answer is option B, Agra. The revolt of 1857 was an armed uprising in northern and central India against the British colonial government. It is also referred to as the Sepoy Mutiny or India's first war of independence. It started at Meerut as a mutiny of sepoys of the British East India Company's army. The main centers of revolt were Delhi, led by General Bakht Khan, Kanpur, led by Nana Sahib, Ayodhya Faizabad, led by Maulvi Ahmadullah Khan, Araha, led by Kuwar Singh, Lucknow, led by Begum Hazrat Mahal, Jhansi, led by Rani Lakshmi Bai, and Agra was not a center of the revolt of 1857. Therefore, option B is the correct answer. Next question is, consider the following statements about the Arab League. 1. It was formed in 1960s after the end of Second Arab-Israel War. 2. The League has more than 30 countries as members. Which of the above given statements is or are correct? 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, or neither 1 nor 2? The correct answer is option D, neither 1 nor 2. Recently, Arab League reinstated the membership of Syria after around a decade-long suspension. Arab League, also called League of Arab States, is a regional organization of Arab states in the Middle East and parts of Africa. It was formed in Cairo on March 22, 1945 as an outgrowth of Pan-Arabism. Hence, statement 1 is not correct. The founding member states were Egypt, Syria, Lebanon, Iraq, Transjordan, now Jordan, Saudi Arabia and Yemen. Over the period of time, membership was expanded and currently it has 22 nations as members. Hence, statement 2 is not correct. The League makes decisions on a majority basis, but there is no mechanism to compel members to comply with resolutions. Therefore, option D is the correct answer. Next question is, consider the following pair of countries and ports. Port and country. 1. Sitwi, Myanmar. 2. Chabahar, Iran. 3. Hambantota, Sri Lanka. 4. Chittagong, Oman. Which of the pairs given above is or are correctly matched? 1 and 2 only, 1, 3 and 4 only, 1, 2 and 3 only, or 1, 2, 3 and 4? The correct answer is option C, 1, 2 and 3 only. Recently, the Union Minister Sarbanand Sonowal and Deputy Prime Minister of Myanmar Admiral Tin Aung San jointly inaugurated the Sitwi port in Rakhine State, Myanmar. Hence, pair 1 is correctly matched. Chabahar port is in Iran. Hence, pair 2 is correctly matched. Hambantota port is in Sri Lanka. Hence, pair 3 is correctly matched. And Chittagong port is not in Oman, it is in Bangladesh. Hence, pair 4 is not correctly matched. Therefore, option C is the correct answer. Next question is, Bandhavgarh Tiger Reserve is located in Uttarakhand, Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh or Karnataka? The correct answer is option B, Madhya Pradesh. Recently, Bandhavgarh Tiger Reserve was in news regarding relocation of some wild animals. Bandhavgarh Tiger Reserve is located in the eastern Satpura Hill Range in Umaria and Katni districts of Madhya Pradesh. Bandhavgarh Tiger Reserve was notified as a national park in 1968. It derives its name from the legends of Ramayana. Bandhavgarh has one of the highest densities of tigers and is endowed with animals like leopard, wild dogs, sloth bear, wild boars, gaur, spotted deer, sambar, chausingha, chinkara, rattle, etc. Therefore, option B is the correct answer. Next question is, consider the following statements about swamp deer. 1. It can be found in central parts of India. 2. It is included in the Appendix 1 of Wildlife Protection Act of 1972. Which of the above given statements is or are correct? 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, or neither 1 nor 2? The correct answer is option C, both 1 and 2. The Barasingha, also known as the swamp deer, is a deer species distributed in the Indian subcontinent. Swamp deers are found scattered throughout Nepal and northern, central and far eastern India. Hence, statement 1 is correct. It is included in the Appendix 1 of Wildlife Protection Act of 1972. Hence, statement 2 is correct. Swamp deer are mainly grazers. They largely feed on grasses and aquatic plants. Habitat destruction has been the leading cause for the decline in the population of swamp deer. Therefore, option C is the correct answer. Next question is, recently country's first Air Force Heritage Center was inaugurated in which of the following cities? Chandigarh, Patiala, Pathankot, Ambala. The correct answer is option A, Chandigarh. Recently, Defence Minister Rajnath Singh inaugurated the nation's first Indian Air Force Heritage Centre in Chandigarh's Sector 18. Spread across 17,000 square feet at the Government Press Building, the Heritage Centre highlights the IAF's role in various wars. It houses 5 vintage aircraft and will provide visitors with cockpit exposure and an experience with flight simulators. A souvenir shop equipped with the IAF's memorial and scale models has been set up at the center. A theme-based cafe will also be operational for the public. Gradually, this center will also be updated about various rescue operations being undertaken by the IAF all over the country and at the world level. Therefore, option A is the correct answer. Next question is, which of the following ministries is associated with the program Poshan Bhi Padhai Bhi? Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, Ministry of Women and Child Development, Ministry of Tribal Affairs or Ministry of Education? The correct answer is option B, Ministry of Women and Child Development. The Ministry of Women and Child Development is organizing a national event on key initiatives for strengthening early childhood care and education. Early childhood care and education is an important component of Mission Saksham Anganwadi and Poshan 2.0, that is Mission 2.0, and same was also envisaged under the National Education Policy. For this, the centre is planning to push early childhood care and education through 14 lakh Anganwadi centres this year under the Poshan Bhi Padhai Bhi. For this, Anganwadi centres will be reimagined and recalibrated to focus not only on the nutritional aspect of children and mothers, but also on early learning of children under 6 years, particularly those under 3 years, which has proven to be a foundation for a child's development. Therefore, option B is the correct answer. Last question is Global Land Outlook report is released by World Economic Forum, World Bank, Yale University or UNCCD. The correct answer is option D, UNCCD. Recently, the second edition of the Global Land Outlook report was published. It was prepared by the United Nations Convention to Combat Desertification or UNCCD. The report draws attention to the depletion of finite land resources and the need to urgently restore the world's land. It states that humans have breached 4 out of 9 planetary boundaries. Planetary boundaries are the thresholds of environmental limits that define a safe operating space for humanity. The 9 planetary boundaries are biodiversity loss, land use change, climate change, nitrogen and phosphorus geochemical cycles, freshwater use, ocean acidification, chemical pollution, atmospheric loading, and ozone depletion. Of these, climate change, biodiversity loss, land use change, and geochemical cycles have already been exceeded. Therefore, option D is the correct answer. Now it's time for the practice question. Which of the following countries is not a part of the Horn of Africa region? Djibouti, Eritrea, Ethiopia, or Mozambique? Send the answer of this question in the comment section. Stay tuned for the next episode. Thanks for watching.